Is the Wicked franchise a billion-dollar franchise? Well, the short answer is yeah, like several billion. Now, is the Wicked films now a billion-dollar franchise? Well, I got the answers for you. Now, before we start, I want to make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, The Latino Slant. My name is Polly, and very exciting times if you are a Wicked fan, and some cautious times if you are a Wizard of Oz fan. Now, I wanted to hit you guys up, connect you guys to Midnight's Edge's just rundown of the history of the Wizard of Oz, like since 1900 up until now, as far as the history of it being a musical, a play, a movie, a short film, and then the 1939 film. It is a great video. Links in the video box description. We'll put it up right here as well. So in this video, we're going to dive into all the revenue streams. Then we're going to talk about the movie in its eighth day, how it's doing. And then finally, in 2024, I had predicted all this. Da da da, not that it matters, but I saw the corporate tea leaves, as they say. But let's get right down to it. The breakdown of the revenue streams, Broadway and global stage productions. The musical has grossed approximately 1.7 billion on Broadway alone since 2003. Total worldwide stage revenue, including international productions, 6 billion as of late 2025. The film box office, Wicked, as you know, the first one, made a worldwide total of 759 million. Now, as of today, November 29th, update that, its eighth day, Wicked for Good has earned over 300 million. Add that all up, yes, it's at the $1 billion mark. It's over the $1 billion mark for the two movies. And then for the two movies, and that's just day eighth. Now, here's the other thing, guys. It's got legs. It is performing strong. It has the benefit of the calendar, the holiday calendar, the Thanksgiving week that is wrapping up. It's still so early in the game as to people are projecting it's going to make over 800 million. It's going to do just as well as the first one. It really doesn't matter because the studio, the corporation, got what it wanted, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But let's get down to some other revenue: merchandise, dolls, apparel, theme park tie-ins, Universal Orlando's Wicked theme park experience, streaming VOD deals, and soundtrack sales, purchasing the franchise well past the $7 billion mark. Now, let's also say that the stage musical alone crossed a billion, one of three shows, Lion King and Phantom of the Opera, to achieve that. Let's go back to the two movies. It is now the highest grossing Broadway adaptation for a musical ever. It now has surpassed Mamma Mia. Okay? Success. Done. Done. Market. Boom. So, a few things here. We talked about the different revenue streams. We talked about how this movie alone is now over a $1 billion franchise, the two films. They broke up the two films on purpose for this reason. I said this in 24. That is the only reason why they're doing it. And if you remember back then, it was called Wicked Part 2. It wasn't Wicked for Good. Wicked for Good came later, which is another tie into the songs. So the advertising, the marketing, they did their genius on this, and they rebranded this as a must-see for the people that saw the first one, and it's showing right now. And now there's talk of extending this universe, this Wicked universe, not necessarily Wizard of Oz, but the Wicked universe where Maguire, the novelist, has so many other books ready to be made. So they could either go that route, which if we're including the Maguire Wicked, the life and times of the Wicked Witch of the West, it spawned all this stuff. You know, we're talking again. The term franchise reversed refers to the overall property. Now, the overall property originated with the Maguire books. Now, the caution here is: can you see a Wizard of Oz remake? How would that look? Should it happen? Could it happen? Could it happen? Well, could it happen? Absolutely. Because right now, Wicked and the whole IP, the whole franchise, the whole Oz, it's seeing big dollar signs, guys. Huge dollar signs. And it's kind of unavoidable at this point in time. Could it match at all the 1939 classic? Who knows? It's probably unlikely. And you got to remember too, there were two other films, Return to Oz, the official sequel, and the Great Oz, I believe, is the official prequel. So there's just so much to these universes, and like Midnight's Edge is saying, I don't know if you guys agree. As far as Wicked, it's just a derivative of a derivative of a derivative. So take that what it is, but this is all on purpose, guys. They broke this up all on purpose because they are squeezing any IPs for as many movies as you can. Deathly Shallows Part 1 and 2. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 and 2. In fact, it was called Final Reckoning because they didn't want to call it Dead Reckoning Part 2. So it's happening, guys, and for better, for worse. And, this is actually a success, whereas you can argue Mission Impossible wasn't, and you can definitely argue that the three Hobbit movies were a complete catastrophe as far as box office success. They were trying to do the Lord of the Rings original trilogy. This is all fascinating stuff, guys. And if you are a fan, I definitely want to know what you guys thinks. But listen, the Wicked, they are billionaires with these two movies and counting. Let me know what you guys think on the comments, and make sure you guys are subscribed. This is all, again, fascinating stuff. We'll do follow-ups, absolutely, wherever you're at. Keep it slant. Fuerte. Gracias.